Everyone nodded in agreement. To our surprise, the vending machine was actually a ghost, and the prices were ridiculously high. A cup of instant noodles with pickled vegetables cost 15 underworld coins, and even hot water was priced at 5 coins. At these rates, if you only met the basic sales quota, you could barely afford one meal a day. I gave the vending machine a pat and said, "Hey, buddy, did you mark these prices wrong? Who the hell dares to disturb my sleep?" Vending Ghost was about to lose it, but the moment it saw me, its expression changed completely. "This young man looks familiar. Are you here to buy something? I'll give you the regular price." As Vending Ghost spoke, the prices on the machine adjusted, and the others didn't waste any time. They quickly started buying their food. Pinky bought 2 cups of instant noodles. After all, Blondie didn't have any wages, so he had to rely on his girlfriend to cover for him. Once the 4 of them had gone back to the dorm, I made my move. I wasn't short on cash, so why settle for some basic noodles? I spent 80 underworld coins on a beef stew, something I'd never even had in the real world. Helping others had also earned me another 80 divine points, bringing me closer to the 300-point threshold, which would allow me to spin the prize wheel 3 times. My rewards included a can of ghost oil, an absorbent scarf, and a physical boost card. Ghost oil is a functional drink favored by all mechanical and supernatural entities. The physical boost card could double physical attributes. I figured I'd save the card until after completing the beginner level dungeon when levels typically unlock. The ghost oil was clearly meant for Vending Ghost, and as for the absorbent scarf, well, I'd keep it handy in case Drown Ghost came by again. Meanwhile, in Blondie and Pinky's room, Blondie, shaken from the day's events, wanted to blow off some steam, but Pinky turned him down. With Blondie looking as ghostly as he did now, who could possibly feel any attraction? "Are you into that guy Prince?" he angrily demanded, clearly frustrated by his lack of wages and the fact that his girlfriend had to buy him food. The pressure was getting to him, and he was starting to harbor resentment toward the more successful players. Pinky, tears streaming down her face, felt deeply that she had misjudged Blondie. The next day, Scarlet Ghost instructed everyone to continue working in the same areas as before. But Blondie wasn't having it. "The elderly section hardly gets any customers," he complained. "If this keeps up, I'll never meet my quota. It's not fair." Scarlet Ghost immediately flew into a rage. "Are you saying I'm too easygoing?" she snapped, threatening to tear off one of his arms as punishment. Blondie's face went pale with fear. Sensing an opportunity to score some points, I quickly suggested that I swap places with Blondie, promising Scarlet Ghost that I would boost sales in the elderly section. That seemed to calm her down, but she warned me that if the sales didn't improve, there would be hell to pay. As soon as Scarlet Ghost left, Blondie let out a cold snort. Everyone looked confused, except for Pinky, whose expression grew even more troubled. She was starting to see Blondie's true colors. When Blondie arrived at the lingerie section, he started muttering to himself, "This phony stuff. It's all just dumb luck. Who do they think they are, looking down on me? And that useless Pinky, she didn't even try to protect me when I was in danger." Just then, Drown Ghost showed up with another ghost to buy lingerie. This one had colorful hair and heavy makeup. It was Club Ghost. "Huh, you switched people?" Drown Ghost asked. "Hey kid, help my friend pick out a bra." Without thinking, Blondie grabbed something off the counter and handed it over. Club Ghost looked at the old-fashioned style, clearly unimpressed, but remembering how comfortable her friend had said the lingerie from this store was, she reluctantly took it into the fitting room. But a few minutes later, Club Ghost stormed out of the fitting room with a dark expression on her face. She slapped Blondie hard across the face. "Are you trying to insult me? What kind of sick joke is this, giving me something so small?" she hissed. "You don't need your eyes, so let me take them for you." With that, she reached out and gouged out Blondie's remaining eye. As if that wasn't enough, she turned to Drown Ghost and complained, "What kind of dump is this that you recommended? That bra nearly strangled me." Drown Ghost, clearly embarrassed, tried to explain, "There was a cute guy here yesterday, and his recommendations were spot on. Who knew they'd switch people today?" Blondie screamed in agony, causing all the players to tense up. Drown Ghost walked over to Pinky. "Do you know where the cute guy from the lingerie section went?" Following Pinky's directions, Drown Ghost quickly found her way to the elderly section. "Hey, cutie, what are you doing over here? Come help my friend pick out a bra." I sighed. I haven't finished my task for today, so I can't leave the counter just yet. Drown Ghost understood. She knew that humans in the thriller world had to follow the rules and complete their missions. At that moment, Club Ghost suddenly asked, "How much do you need to complete your task?" When she heard that it was 200 underworld coins, she boldly declared, "Pick out something worth 200 underworld coins in an elderly style. I want to gift it to my grandpa." I couldn't believe my luck. "Wow, you're such a thoughtful granddaughter. Does your grandpa have any particular preferences or dislikes?" Club Ghost thought for a moment. "He loves classy dark colors, and he's got a thing for vintage styles. No dislikes that I can think of." After confirming his height and weight, I pulled out a classic dark gray three-piece suit with subtle pinstripes. Club Ghost looked it over and seemed quite pleased. Another 200 underworld coins in the bag. It turns out, as long as you recommend the right thing, even charging a bit extra isn't a problem, thanks to my skill. After completing the task, I brought Club Ghost and Drown Ghost back to the lingerie section. I gave Club Ghost a quick once-over and decisively handed her the largest size we had in the slim fit range. "This ice silk fabric with lace embroidery is perfect for a fashionista like you," I said confidently. Club Ghost's eyes lit up with approval as she headed into the fitting room. But soon after, she called out, "Hey, cutie, can you come help me with the clasp?" My face turned bright red in an instant. Maybe Drown Ghost could help you out," I suggested, trying to keep my cool. "She's soaking wet, do you want her to drench me?" Club Ghost replied. Resigned, I swallowed hard and nervously stepped into the fitting room. As I fumbled with the clasp, she teased me, "You're such a shy little thing. Do you need some help from me?" You know, with a ghost, there's no need for pills. Flustered, I quickly fastened the clasp and bolted out of the fitting room, even hearing Club Ghost's laughter echoing behind me. Drown Ghost explained with a chuckle, "She's always been a wild one. She used to party hard at clubs, drank some bad booze, got alcohol poisoning, and died after being rushed to the hospital." Suddenly, I remembered the absorbent scarf. "Sis, you gave me a gift earlier, so I want to give you something in return," I said, pulling out the scarf. Without waiting for her reply, I gently tied it around her neck. Just then, Club Ghost stepped out of the fitting room and saw what I was doing. "Oh, so you like them petite, huh?" she teased, but as she got closer, she noticed that all the water on Drown Ghost had disappeared. I explained, "This is an absorbent scarf. It soaks up any excess water, so you won't leave puddles everywhere." Drown Ghost touched the scarf, clearly pleased, and thanked me with a smile. After seeing the two ghosts off, I was about to head back to the elderly section when I noticed Blondie lying on the ground. With no eyes, there was no way he could survive long in the thriller world, so I decided to lend him a hand. I walked over to Vending Ghost and asked, "Do you sell eyes?" He pulled out a pair of lifeless fish eyes and said, "This is all I've got left in stock. See if they'll work for you." The eyes were the same size as a human's, just with dull pupils that made them look a bit lifeless. I figured that given Blondie's situation, anything would do. After buying the fish eyes, I suddenly remembered the bottle of ghost oil. I handed it to Vending Ghost. "Thanks for looking out for me these past couple of days. Here, this is for you." Vending Ghost's eyes lit up with excitement. Ghost oil was a luxury for a low-level ghost like him. He'd have to work for a year just to afford one bottle. When I got back to the lingerie section, I handed the fish eyes to Blondie. He grabbed them like they were a lifeline, desperately fumbling to get them into his empty sockets. Successfully helping him earned me another 20 divine points and a pair of inside eyes, which would make it easier to understand others' needs by automatically integrating into my vision. Blondie, with a gloomy expression, muttered, "Thanks, Prince. If it weren't for you, I'd be done for." I scratched my head and said, "We're all humans here, no need to be so formal." But as I walked away, I could feel the resentment in his gaze. Playing the hero, huh? Blondie thought to himself. That ghost who took my eyes, she was your doing, wasn't she? You just wanted revenge for me taking your job. And I heard every word of your little flirting game. He silently vowed to make me pay.